Here we go on the handsome jackpot DLC. Ooh.
Hey, Extender, ready to test your luck? Looks like you got greedy. That's a must.
Seems unbreakable.
That's tough.
Location marked.
Does that say Foxy's? That bastard. I just might dig up Jack's corpse so I can kill him again. Entrez Voltaire, you artiste of fire
They
and
legit can't
chaos.
see me.
Let's give Pretty Boy Stuck the show to remember, no?
Yeah, that's the stuff. Honor to remember.
Boy, stepping that.
I want to see what you're...
She reminds me of Christine from freaking Fallout New Vegas.
Welcome, Voltaire. Thank you for sending off those thugs. Now, what has brought your spark to my stage?
Hey, waifu.
We require entrance to Jack's tower. Timothy says you might be willing to help us.
Does he now? Pauvre Timothy.
I am
Consumed by
towering
unseen
over
demons.
her.
A prisoner of a mask. I tried to help him forget the past. But what hope does he have with a face like that? Timothy. He was obsessed with getting into that tower of handsome Jacques. When he left, I feared he would brave the task all alone, but now here you are. I suppose he told you I might lend my fiery arts to his
Ain't
cause?
she like French?
That
or
is
something?
correct. Will you aid us in this hunt?
Well, maybe I can. But not without my tools. They were on my ship and she is missing. Pretty Boy's doing. Recompense for refusing to hand over Timothy. If you retrieve my tools, I would gladly lend a match to the kindling. First, you must locate my ship. Burn something long enough, and the coals still remain, waiting to spring to life when the wind is right. There is a glow about you. Be mindful of the winds, or it may grow to consume you, Sherry. So Timothy is finally ready to fight for his freedom. From what I have seen, he could not find a better partner in liberty than you, Vault Hunter.
Thank you.
So Timothy is finally ready to fight for his freedom. From what I have seen, he could not find a better partner in liberty than you, Vault Hunter. So Timothy is finally ready to fight for his...
ship. She is called Le Femme Brûlée. I hope she's not been destroyed.
Ship identified. La Femme Brûlée is located in the impound lot. Proceed to impound lot to pay fees.
The impound lot? Merde. Well, at least she can
She
still
talking
be
about
saved.
shit.
The impound
Yes,
is a dangerous place, Sherry. But what would our journeys be if we stayed where it was safe, no? My ship is in the impound lot. Go there. Take this subway to the impound lot. When Handsome Jacques was alive, this casino attracted gamblers from all over the galaxy. This casino has always been a trap, then and now. Once Jacques was holding all the chips, the casino would take your ship until your debt was paid in full. And one never repays a debt to Handsome Jacques. If you do not believe me, just ask Timothy.
Take
Now,
that time,
Pretty Boy
sugar.
controls the casino from the tower, and he wields the knife of death just as Jacques once did. An indebted man will do things he would not have thought himself capable of. I have seen it, Sherry.
Always a pleasure, False Hunter.
All aboard, baby. Bye-bye now, dum-dum.
Watch your damn mouth. Girls, boys, and bots.
Don't forget
Cherry
to...
Club is crazy. Oh my god.
Get on the damn train, stupids.
Who is that with that smart ass mouth?
Toodaloo, sugar tits.
Scoot, scoot. Hey. Hey. Hey.
Ah, the Strip. It's the closest you'll ever come to greatness. Which is me. Oh, you want to get on the choo-choo? Sayonara, baby.
Damn.
Well, you're certainly making the rounds.
We got the
Even
whole
the
shit
impound
locked. I
lot
know
was
this.
part of Jack's vision. Not one square foot in this place where you couldn't win it all, or lose it all. Once I get Timothy's hands, I'll clean this place up. I'm thinking fountains, statue or two of yours
Back up,
truly.
man.
You'll see.
I ain't know if he was an op or not.
Hello, big spender. Welcome to the customer care center.
Why that nigga sound like Claptrap?
You're gonna need Form 34B. However, I can expedite service for a nominal fee. Scanning net worth. Oh, VIP status is a bit out of your league. My mistake. Proceed to client services to pick up your required form.
Fine. I will acquire this form, but I will not like it.
All the bots in the casino serve pretty boy. I doubt very much they will let you recover my ship. But I suppose there are some things fire cannot solve. Perhaps.
Hello, valued guest. You need 34B, do you? That's gonna be just over there in requisitions. But why use your legs? If you want, I can procure that form for you. Only $5 billion. Standing net worth. Oh, it's mine.
What's going on?
First, tell pedestrian legs that data requisition and he'll sort you out. Hope you're having a great time at the casino.
Do they see him as a op? They about to clap you, my boy. Damn, man. He ain't got no aim. He can't even hit this man.
Keep fighting!
Damn. Clap your ass up. Look at you.
Rise and hunt! Glad to see the life back in you.
Oh my god.
Hey, valued guest. Do you have your required form? Oh, sorry, there must have been a mix-up. This is Form 34B version 2.4. Only Form 34B version 2.6 is accepted. See, that's why it pays to be VIP.
This is most infuriating.
Oops! You'll have to return to data requisition again for the updated form 34B version 2.6.
There's a reason the house always wins. You'll never get what you want playing by the rules.
Here's your form. You can turn it in at customer care. Just so you know, we do accept gratuities. Cough, cough.
Here is a tip. You suck.
Smart thinking, sugar. You gotta act VIP to be VIP.
Form accepted.
Jack here. Okay, yes, I probably impounded your ship, but that's what you get for being a deadbeat. Better keep spending, though. Who knows? That big win is probably...
Hiya! Welcome to customer care.
Oh, hell no.
Please come to the counter.
We don't have time to wait in line. Like I said, if the rules are keeping you down, find a way around. Doesn't look like they're using their number. Take it off their hands. Looks like it was a trap. Do your thing, Vault Hunter.
Over the mule! For you, mule! It's alive! Back off! Shit! Bye! Keep your friends close and your enemies dead. Pushing out!
Locating ship. Location acquired for La Femme Brûlée. Oh, that's fun. One moment. I'll figure out where she's being kept. Found her. But before I tell you where she...
Would all available security please report to customer services immediately?
Well done. Now, find my ship, Vault Hunter. I can only hope my tools are still there.
You there. How are your fast breaths? Another false silence.
Okay, listen to this. Pretty boy, that a-hole just raised the price on my hand to $5 million freaking dollars. And 87 cents. Every gangster on this station is gonna be out hunting for me, so I was in the crap kiddie pool, and now I'm just doing the breaststroke in the diarrhea deep end. So, you know, I'm saying, it sucks. It really sucks, that's all I'm saying.
Have faith, Sherry. You're not alone anymore. We will burn Pretty Boy's organization to the ground before he can lay his clammy fingers on you.
No, faith sounds nice, but my money's on things continuing to be, you know, super crappy.
The impound lot awaits, but be on your guard. Pretty Boy has his eyes on you and he's always watching.
Glorious quarry. Decomposition suits you. teach me. Too many to count. I am reborn in the hunt.
God. I pick my gun up. Damn. fucking die, bro.
Mighty will fall.
Real. Now I'm coming for you, Jeremy.
What the hell? Let's do it. Hope me back.
There's the ship, but Pretty Boy doesn't intend to enter over without a fight.
This is my purpose. You are forgotten.
That's a lot of dead bots. Pretty Boy's not gonna like this.
What happened if you reload and your gun fly off the damn map, bruh? And what?
What's up? No problem. I'll fix him up and reprogram him. But what were you thinking? I know they tried to kill you and all, but it is what they were designed to do. Can't blame them for trying. What are you doing here, anyway?
I need something from that ship. Also, your clothing is disorienting.
I know. Great, right? About that ship. Pretty Boy locked them all down. Uses them as leverage. But I'm like super great, so I might be able to hack in and free your ship. If you help me out. You know the Lover Bruisers? They're a gang. Soup's Dangeroso. Well, they nabbed one of my Loaderbot buds. Free him, and Freddy, that's me. He'll get you in that ship. Thanks for not shouting at me or trying to kill me or shaking me, by the way. It's,
Rare. You're new here, so I guess you didn't see how bad it got. I'm talking the lockdown. Jack's dead, lights out, total chaos, people flipped, ripped each other apart trying to escape. But my loader buds, they helped me survive. 7 years. Long time. Glad I had those bots to talk to. Otherwise, I'd be freaking crazy. Bots are way better than people. Never trust a human. Humans are garbage. Bots, though, loyal. Because I program them that way.
Plus, they get dinged up. Freddy fixes them.
Invincible!
That's the gang. You gotta free my loader bud. Made a bunch of personal upgrades, and those guys want my sweet, sweet tech.
Bloodshed! The chaos!
How are your last breaths going?
Hunt them down!
Is noted.
Appreciation commencing. Thank you.
Nice one! Now, come on back.
It's a whole ass robot. He named this nigga Freddy. Oh, what? No, what is his name? Is he walking back on his own? Did he just fly back?
Well, go on. Just activate your jump jets and fly across. Ah, right. You don't have those. Hang on. Freddy's got this. Boom! Freddy!
Ah! Oh, shit. Yeah, that was tough.
Oh, Bud. What did they do
Oh,
to
his
you?
name Bud.
Mistreated.
Disrespected. Sad.
Freddy can fix that.
Appreciated. Content. Yay.
See, that's bots for you. If they get too dinged up, you just reprogram them. Can't do that with people. Not yet, anyway. But I'm working on it. Am I kidding? Is he kidding? You, though. You're not so bad. You're cool. And trust me, Freddy knows cool. Because me, I'm Freddy. And I'm cool.
That's it, twin?
As promised. And Freddy never breaks a promise. Until I have to. But usually, no.
My tools. Grab them, please. Excellent work, Vault Hunter. I will see you back at Timothy's hideout.
Oh my God.
Real quick. Look, it's none of my business, but I heard a rumor that a Vault Hunter is looking to break into Pretty Boy's tower. Well, I know all sorts of things about this casino. Secrets. Plus, I program bots, which is great. So Freddy's in! Sorry, social skills? Can Freddy be in?
Lots of Hyperion security. Guy like him could be useful. I'll allow it.
Bienvenue, colorful peacock man.
Yeah, sure. Welcome to the crew, whoever the hell you are.
All right! Freddy's got a crew!
So head on back to my place, kiddo. We got one more member of the crew to track down before we can get this tower heist going.
I'm calling bullshit, Timothy. I know this station is more than just a pleasure palace. Jack always had another secret, but you're saying you don't know anything about that?
I swear, Jack never told us what was in the core. He said anyone who went down there would share an intimate weekend in the honeymoon.
That nigga, oh yeah, I need to make it back to Sanctuary. I'm trying to respect my character. I wonder what's everybody's new abilities. Oh, so my pet has my shield?
just started and we're already getting overrun. I gotta take these guys out and build this crossbow tower as fast as possible.
3 has a lot of skill trees, with 3 per character included in the base game and another 1 for each character available through DLC. However, while there are a lot of skill trees, not all of them are good. In fact, some are just downright stupid. Hey everyone, I'm Constant Canadian, and this is Borderlands 3's skill trees ranked. If you enjoy this video, then be sure to leave a like and subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Before we get into the video, I just want to say these rankings are merely my opinions. Nothing I say here should be taken as objective, and they are simply based on my own personal experiences. Now, into the video. Starting off with Amara's skill trees, and more specifically Amara's green tree, Brawl. Brawl is supposed to be Amara's melee tree, and I say supposed to because it really only has 2 bonuses to any melee stats of any kind. And while that may seem like a decent amount, granting up to an extra 300% melee damage with the right setup, it has more gun damage bonus skills than it does melee damage skills, with personal space, Samsara, and jab cross. The majority of the skills in this tree are max health, health regen, and damage resistance, which, if you know anything about Borderlands 3's endgame scaling, you'd know that all of these skills are essentially worthless, and they still won't stop you from getting 2-shot in tough mobbing situations. The best skills in the Brawl tree are personal space, find your center, blitz, and mindfulness. Worthless, and they still won't stop you from getting 2-shot in tough mobbing situations. Find your center, blitz, and mindfulness. And that last one is really funny because
I
while
would
mindfulness
do
grants
another
some very helpful
playthrough.
movement speed, it also reduces your shield recharge delay, which is the last thing you want for a melee build where you're running a roid shield. Overall, Amara's. The majority of the skills in this tree are max health, health regen, and damage resistance, which, if you know anything about Borderlands 3's endgame scaling, you'd know that all of these skills are essentially worthless. And
I agree with him like that, because when you start leveling up in Borderlands, that don't matter.
Space, find your center, blitz, and mindfulness. And that last one is really funny, because while mindfulness grants some very helpful movement speed, it also reduces your shield recharge delay, which is the last thing. Really funny.
But why would you not want your shield to recharge quicker?
It also reduces your shield recharge delay, which is the last thing you want for a melee build where you're running a roid shield. Overall, Amara's Brawl tree is okay for general purpose builds, but as an actual melee tree, it really falls flat. With all this considered, I'd say Brawl is probably somewhere around C tier. Amara's blue tree, Mystical Assault, is Amara's main tree. It is pretty difficult to find a single build anywhere without at least 1 skill spec'd into. This skill tree introduces rush stacks for Amara, and its capstone allows Amara's action skill to be used twice
when
per
your
cooldown.
shield is depleted,
Mystical
you
Assault
do
is
more
a very
damage.
good, covers all bases
So
skill
I
tree,
see why that
with the most
wouldn't.
notable skill being Remnant, which is one of this game's most broken skills in terms. Assault is a very good, covers stacks for Amara, and its capstone allows Amara's action difficult to find a single build anywhere without at least 1 skill spec'd into. This skill tree introduces rush stacks for Amara, and its capstone allows Amara's action skill to be used twice per cooldown. Mystical Assault is a very good, covers all bases skill tree.
I got a Amara playthrough on my
which is one of
P4
this
version.
game's most broken skills in terms of damage. Assault is a very good, covers all bases skill tree, with the most notable skill being Remnant, which is one of this game's most broken skills in terms of damage. The combination of Wrath, Laid Bare, and Transcend give Amara a lot of extra damage upon using her action skill, which, when spec'd into Avatar and Restless, is a lot of the time. Overall, Mystical Assault is a very good general-purpose skill tree for Amara, and very honorably earns itself an A-tier spot. Fist of the Elements, Amara's orange tree or red tree, depending on how you see it, does exactly what it sounds like. Gives Amara an absolute buttload of elemental damage.
She creates a homing projectile
infusing
that
Amara's
seeks
weapons
out
with her
an
action skill
enemy.
element, imbuing her fist with
Any
elemental
overkill damage is
outrighting
added.
freezing her elemental damage by up to 30%, and giving her elemental damage lifesteal. Amara's Fist of the Elements skill tree is insanely powerful, and it's pretty much impossible to spend skill points in this tree incorrectly, as every skill is going to help you dominate the battlefield in some way or another. This tree is also the tree that has the Ties That Bind action skill, which is without a doubt Amara's most powerful action skill by far, which leaves me no choice but to give it an S tier ranking. Is insanely powerful, and it's pretty much impossible to spend skill points in this tree incorrectly, as every skill is going to help you dominate the battlefield in some way or another. This tree is also the tree that has the Ties That Bind action skill, which is without a doubt Amara's most powerful action skill by far, which leaves me no choice but to give it an S tier ranking. Amara's Purple Tree or Enlightened Force Tree is what I'm going to call Amara's true melee skill tree, as it is much better suited for the job than Brawl is. This tree doesn't grant quite as much in terms of raw damage as Brawl does, but it does pretty much everything else better, and it is clearly far more focused on melee damage as a whole, and gives Amara the ability to attune her action skill to the
I had
element,
this ability on
which
Amara
is huge, since
when
frozen enemies
she
take
take damage.
300% extra melee
Hands
damage.
used to pop up deflecting
Enlightened
that
Force
shit.
also has some pretty decent weapon and skill damage skills to spec into, but they're closer to the end, which makes them pretty difficult to justify most of the time. Phase Flare, this tree's action skill, is also very powerful and can run with the best of them, leaving the Enlightened Force tree in a solid A tier spot. Next up at the chopping block is Flak, starting with their Stalker tree. The Stalker tree starts off pretty bland and uninspiring, with subpar skills like Sick'em and Overclocked, whose effects are so insignificant that they're almost not worth the points at all. However, about halfway down this tree, it starts getting super fun, with skills like the Hidden Machine, the Fast and the Furious, Turn Tail and Run, and the capstone, the Power Within. And those are just the offensive skills. This skill tree has a lot of great defensive skills as well, and gives Flak's pet the ability to revive them. The Stalker tree is also the skill tree that has Fade Away, which is one of Flak's best action skills, which definitely earns this tree an S tier ranking. Flak's Master Tree is primarily intended as Flak's pet tree, with all sorts of bonuses for their pet's damage, health, and passive bonuses, with its action skill being Gamma Burst, which infuses Flak's pet with radiation damage. The biggest problem with the Master Tree is that it's very single purpose, with next to no generally useful skills. Unless you're really trying to min-max your pet, the Master Tree just isn't worth the points. What's even worse though is a majority of the skill tree is made redundant by its second tier skill, Who Rescued Who, which grants Flak's pets lifesteal based on Flak's damage. Flak's Master Tree is primarily intended as Flak's pet tree, with all sorts of bonuses for their pet's damage, health, and passive bonuses.
Which tree?
With its action skill being Gamma Burst, which infuses Flak's pet with radiation damage. The biggest problem with the Master Tree is that it's very single purpose, with next to no generally useful skills. Unless you're really trying to min-max your pet, the Master Tree just isn't worth the points.
Also,
What's even worse though is a majority of the skill tree is made redundant by its second tier skill, Who Rescued Who, which grants Flak's pets lifesteal based on Flak's damage, which makes every other damage resistance, max health, and health regen skill in this tree completely worthless. Open Gamma Burst, which infuses Flak's pet with radiation damage. The biggest problem with the Master Tree is that it's very single purpose, with next to no generally useful skills. Unless you're really trying to min-max your pet, the Master Tree just isn't worth the points. What's even worse though is a majority of the skill tree is made redundant by its second tier skill, Who Rescued Who, which grants Flak's pets lifesteal based on Flak's damage, which makes every other damage resistance, max health, and health regen skill in this tree completely worthless. Overall, this tree is okay, but not really worth the investment, which leaves the Master Tree in a B tier spot.
Wait a minute. When my pet do damage, I regenerate health. And when I do damage, my pet regenerate health. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's actually tough. So if my pet damaging people, I get healed. And when I'm damaging people, my pet get healed. That's sick. So that'll probably be the only skill that's useful leveling up in that tree.
Flak's Orange Tree, the Hunter Tree, is quite possibly Flak's single best skill tree, with some of their best skills, like Leave No Trace, a skill that can regenerate ammo on critical hits, Big Game, which buffs 8 other skills in Flak's trees, The most dangerous game, which grants loads of extra damage when killing a badass, and its capstone, Megavore, which gives every single hit a 20 ammo on critical hits. Big Game, which buffs 8 other skills and flacks trees. The most dangerous game, which grants loads of extra damage when killing a badass, and its capstone, Megavore, which gives every single hit a 20% chance to be a critical hit. The Hunter tree is very powerful and almost possibly flacks' single best skill tree, with some of their best skills, like Leave No Trace, a skill that can regenerate ammo on critical hits, Big Game, which buffs 8 other skills and flacks trees, the most dangerous game, which grants loads of extra damage when killing a badass, and its capstone, Megavore, which gives every single hit a 20% chance to be a critical hit. The Hunter tree is very powerful in almost any situation, which definitely earns it an S tier spot. Flak's base game skill trees are all very powerful, which makes it all the more disappointing that their DLC skill tree, the Trapper tree, is an absolute letdown. This skill tree is primarily dedicated to shield recharge and survivability, which is one thing that Flak of all the characters really didn't need. I mean seriously, Flak already has so many different ways to keep themselves alive in battle, and of all the Vault Hunters that needed a survivability tree, they were certainly at the bottom of that list. To top it all off, the Trapper tree's action skill is Gravity Snare, which is basically just a worse phase graph, and that leaves the Trapper tree being the first skill tree so far to land in the D tier. Now on to Mose's skill trees, starting with her green tree, Bottomless Mags. This tree does exactly what you'd think it's supposed to just by hearing the name. It gives Mose bottomless magazines. This tree saves Mose ammo through its skill Cloud of Lead, which makes every 4th shot not consume ammo at 5 out of 5 points. And it also grants Mose some pretty powerful ammo regeneration based off of her current magazine size, which is great since this tree also has a lot of skills that increase Mose's magazine size, making this ammo regen even stronger. The only real downside to this tree is that the only decent source of damage it has is from Click Click, which increases damage based on how low your magazine size is. Which, if you're spec'd into the green tree, your magazine size should never be dropping low enough to actually get any extra damage from that skill. This one fact is what stops the Bottomless Mags tree from being an S tier skill tree, rather than the A tier it actually belongs in. Okay, I'm gonna get some flack for this next ranking, but here we go. The Demolition skill tree is honestly kind of boring. This tree is pretty much just 2 skills, Fire in the Skag Den and Short Fuse. Every other skill in this tree is essentially just filler to get from point A to point B. The biggest issue with the Demolition Woman tree is that it tries to not only be a splash damage tree, but also tries to be an Iron Bear tree as well, and it does neither of those things well.
I'm gonna do
There is
Mozzie
only
on
one
another playthrough.
actual splash damage skill in this whole tree, and that's Toward Cross Promotion, which most people don't even use because it kills the player more often than not. This tree's failures are pretty obvious when you consider the fact that splash damage builds rely on spam shooting weapons to proc Short Fuse as much as possible, rather than using an actual splash damage weapon. This tree doesn't actually buff splash damage, it just makes every weapon a splash damage weapon. However, while I do not personally like this tree in the slightest, there's no denying how powerful the Short Fuse and Fire in the Skag Den combo really are, which at the very least earns it an A tier spot. However, if those 2 skills were removed from the tree, or if Fire in the Skag Den didn't get Mayhem scaling, this tree would land itself in a D tier spot for sure.
Mozzie might be tough.
Moses' Orange Tree, Shield of Retribution, is a skill tree all about getting Moses' shields as high as humanly possible as well as her gun damage. The biggest issue with this skill tree is a lot of its damage comes from stacking kill skills, which while that works for heavy mobbing areas, it kind of falls flat for any kind of bossing. This skill tree is very similar to Axton's trees from Borderlands 2. It relies very heavily on kill skills or stacking, with little to no way to activate those kill skills aside from struggling to kill your first enemy. The most starting damage you can get from this skill tree is through U-Rad anointments and the thin red line skill to get the extra radiation damage. Other than that though, you're essentially relying on easy, early kills to get your stacks up, which leaves this tree in a really low C tier position. Moses' Bear Mother tree succeeds in half of what the Demolition tree failed to do, buffing Iron Bear to its absolute limits. This tree takes Iron Bear from the unstoppable killing machine it is, to a true god of destruction. Through skills like Nitro Trinadium Engines, Never Gonna Give You Up, and its capstone Running on Fumes, this tree gives Iron Bear near infinite fuel, And with really big guns and feature creep, Iron Bear's damage increases even more.
So
Big Surplus is a tier 1 skill in this tree that can take Moses' damage to insane levels on later mayhem modes thanks to its scaling. With all that said, Bear Mother definitely earns itself an S tier spot.
No, Hunter is his best.
Zane's undercover skill tree is a very underwhelming skill tree. Pretty much all of this tree's skills are very pointless and made very redundant by not only the other tree's skills, but even the green tree's very own action skill, Barrier. The green tree is all about crack control and damage resistance, which is cool and all, but with 10 points in this tree, you can literally have 360 degree protection, making you damn near immune to any action skill, Barrier. Are very pointless and made very redundant by not only the Zane's undercover skill tree is a very underwhelming skill tree. Mother definitely earns itself an S tier spot. Zane's undercover skill tree is a very underwhelming skill tree. Pretty much all of this tree's skills are very pointless and made very redundant by not only the other tree's skills, but even the green tree's very own action skill, Barrier. The green tree is all about crack control and damage resistance, which is cool and all, but with 10 points in this tree, you can literally have 360 degree protection, making you damn near immune to any and all damage. Even this tree's capstone, Confident Competence, grants a measly 35% extra damage. And the only reason I even look at the green tree when I'm playing Zane is to get the all-rounder barrier augment for full barrier immunity. Just based on the skills, the green tree would be a D tier skill tree for sure, but considering it's the skill tree with the barrier, I'll bump it up to a C tier. As for Zane's blue tree, Hitman, it is phenomenal. There is not a single skill in this whole tree that isn't good. From the insane damage granted from violent momentum and the constant kill skill activation through seeing red, to the capstone that doubles kill skill duration and increases their effects by 25%. This skill tree is Zane, and pretty much every Zane build will spec into this tree at least until seeing red for the kill skill activation. This skill tree is without a doubt an S tier skill tree, even with its subpar action skill. The doubled agent tree starts off super strong, with Donnybrook, Synchronicity, and Borrow Time all being within the first 2 tiers of the tree. However, whereas Hitman was really good for general use, after the second tier of doubled agent, none of the skills are going to do anything for you unless you're running clone. However, if you are running clone, then this entire skill tree can get pretty crazy, with Boom Enhance, Duct Tape Mod, and Double Barrel, which allows your clone to absolutely destroy every single raid boss in this game. This skill tree does have its fair share of bad skills though, like Trick of Light and Like a Ghost, but it certainly earns itself an A tier at the very least. Zane's purple tree, the Professional, is another really strong skill tree that gives Zane a bunch of really useful buffs, from being able to sprint and shoot at the same time, which Zane has needed forever, to granting bonuses like critical damage, weapon damage, and cooldown rate. Plus, the purple tree is also the skill tree that enters mod.
Zane can sprint and shoot at the same time. That's tough.
Sweets with him and a grapefruit juicer. I don't even know what that means.
For all of our sakes, I hope you're telling the truth. If Jack left a secret weapon in this casino, we can't let Pretty Boy get his sweaty fingers on it. Be watching it, Timothy.
Oh, she really nails that combo of terror and turn on, doesn't she? Hey, this is nothing, but I can't stop thinking about that time I took her out to dinner for Jack. I mean, Toad's truth sees here. Do you think she'd ever be up for that again? You know, brutal honesty?
Human mating rituals confound me, but as a hunter I will say this. I know a long shot when I see it.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. That's what I thought. Forget it. Anyway, remember those turrets in front of the tower? Moxie found a way past them. We got to get down into the station's core to cut off their power. That area is ultra high security. Handsome Jack owned. Like I said, I got the face and I got the DNA. With the full security into thinking I'm the real deal, our crew is going to need one more guy. First, you're going to need to head through the market district. We got to recruit Jack's old personal tailor. We're going to need is mad skills if I'm gonna nail my cosplay of that handsome bastard and trick security.
Living the life. High roller, fat stacks of chips and cash, comped drinks, comped shows. It was the best. Then all of a sudden, the lights go out. Everybody's screaming. No one knows what's going on. Then things got bad. It's like everyone lost their minds all at once. Every man for himself, you know? Luckily, cash and chips still had value, so I bought my way into safety with one of the gangs. They're a tough group, but I think I can survive this, if I play my cards right.
Distract them for me. Deadly.
Sayonara, baby!
Okie dokie. Now that you're out of ass-kicking distance of moi, here's where you're going. Trashlantis! It's exactly what it sounds like. You're gonna need to find the trash chute.
All aboard, baby!
Oh, you want to get on the choo-choo? Hop on, childrens.
Now, the trash chute opens once a day when the maintenance bots make their rounds. You're gonna have to squeeze through that before it closes up. And that thing is tighter than Trent. Boy kegels, baby! Way to keep it tight, buddy.
Friday. Look at that screensaver. Tough. Screensaver tough.
Dead. You know that, right? Pathetic end for a pathetic future.
Ow, it's sealed? Looks like we missed our window. There's gotta be another way to get it open.
We could set the trash on fire. The maintenance bots will see the smoke and come running.
No, you had me at trash fire. Listen to the Lady Vault Hunter, grab that trash.
Once you gather the trash, I will meet you there to spark the magnificent flames.
Ember, you
Yeah,
really like fire, huh?
Fire solves many things.
Oh, look at you. You're gonna head down into that disgusting trash pit, are you? When you first got here, I thought you were VIP. But now that I know you better, a trash pit is exactly where you belong. Oh, and if you see him, you tell the mayor that Translantis is on my shit list. I'm gonna flush that place one of these days.
Attack! Another all sight.
I am real. Now I'm coming for you, Jeremy.
the market district now. Pile up all the trash you collected near the chute. Here we are, Voltanter. Now, let's transform this trash pile into something beautiful.
Allô, chérie, ça va? Please, you do the honors. Oh, still could have used more fire. I think we got their attention.
Emergency trash services required. Who is responsible for this mess?
It was I.
Unacceptable. You will pay for your crimes against cleanliness.
Voltanter, let our flames burn as one! Grab the keys!
Oh, man, I envy you. Trashcation, best vacation, am I right, guys? Oh, days like this, I can see the silver lining of not being able to show my face outside.
Look, it's time to face the facts. If we want this casino, we're gonna have to take Pretty Boy out. And he knows.
Oh, that's tough.
Now, Jack's old tailor, he's the mayor of Trashlantis. He's got some, strong opinions about how the world should be run, but you're gonna need to convince him to help us. Trashlantis is one of the only places in the jackpot that Pretty Boy can't control. That hasn't stopped them from trying to crush the place, literally, because it's a trash compactor. That's what they do.
There's ops here, man.
Big spender, I'm gonna level with you. I got a good gig here. I could run nearly the whole casino from this tower, but also I can't get out. It's a palace, sure, but it's also a prison, see? Jack kept me around because my ugly mug made him laugh. Who's this Pretty Boy, he said. Maybe his friggin' jester. So anyway, there I was in the tower when the lockdown happened, and I got stuck. Eventually, I figured out how to run things. Take control of the loaders, turn on the lights. I saved this friggin' casino, and I will clean it up. Jack left me the keys to the kingdom up here. Well, all except one. So, if I'm ever gonna get out of the tower and really rule this place, I need Timothy's magic hand. And I'm gonna get it one way or the other.
They'll never learn. Pathetic end for a pathetic creature.
Oh my God.
I see you are already wise. That is correct. The answer is nothing. There is no material possession which can bring true happiness. Welcome to Trashlantis.
Now get out of here. That ammo will shoot itself.
Here, we take refuge in the refuse. Yes, we live a simple life among the discarded remnants of a world built on greed. Do you smell that? That's the smell of human camaraderie. Now, what brings you to our little scrap of utopia?
Our task is the destruction of Pretty Boy, but we require your aid in this endeavor. We need a suit.
Ah, I see. I swore to never return to the wicked world above. But Trashlantis is in danger. Help me save this city, and I will join your cause. The only thing jamming the compactor is a single piece of iron. The beam. Our salvation. It must be reinforced or we will die and our dreams with us. If you want your suit, help us to save Trashlantis.
Bro.
This is an admirable commune. I will do this for Trashlantis.
Then welcome, comrade. Now, this constructor can reinforce the beam, but it requires some repairs. You must find a compatible AI chip and a new constructor eye.
And Freddy can help. If you're installing aftermarket stuff on a constructor, you're gonna need lots of power. Smash some loaders and grab their power cells. You need a bunch. A whole bushel.
Another false siren.
This one feels like
That should do it. Bring them to me when you get the rest of the parts.
Boss fight. Is that supposed to be clapped?
Holy crap! Those claptrap units survived the Great Purge! Better purge them yourself.
Let the life bleed from you. Run, you weakling!
Damn.
That claptrap unit dropped its AI chip. Freddy can get that running in the constructor lickety-split. Now we just need that constructor eye.
Unfortunately, the constructor eye is in the hands of one Tony Bordell, a ruthless gang leader who hoards shiny baubles in his fortress nearby. You'll have to do some thieving to retrieve it. Tony was once one of us. We exiled him after he went mad with capitalist fraud. He vowed revenge and has been trying to destroy Trashlantis ever since. Tony Bordell's Fortress of Greed is sealed up tight. You'll have to find another way in.
there, how are your last breath? Whence you came?
My pets are to die!
Sup, suckers? Tony Bordell right here, CEO of Trashco LLC, and you're encroaching on my turf, so I'm gonna pay these scrubs to in your dump for life.
Your weakness is known.
Hey there, bud!
You there, how are your last breaths going?
Excellent work. Perhaps
Was
we're
that
not
thing on the
doomed after
toilet, bruh?
all. Now return to me, and your delightfully fashion-blind friend will help us repair the constructor.
Go!
Bring them cells to me. I'll get straight to work on the power source. While I work on this, how about you go plug in those other parts? Working for Freddy! Yeah! One power source ready for pickup. I told you Freddy had you covered.
Ah, our salvation is nigh. Now, power up the constructor.
Resurrection time has come for you, large one.
What? Where am I? What's happening? Holy hell! I'm enormous! Trample before me, mortals! I will destroy everything!
No, that bot ain't right. Let's tweak that programming, shall we?
How may I serve you? Wait, sir, what is this crap? I don't want to serve you!
Yeah, but you will.
I am at your command! Ah, damn it!
All yours, your mayorness.
I will give you $100 for every question you answer correctly in this 28-degree ice bath.
I guess.
First question. How many subscriptions are you paying for?
3. I got Peacock, Pro, and Paramount Plus.
Let's download Rocket Money and see if you're right. Oh, you're actually paying for 15 subscriptions, and that's costing you $269 a month.
No.
I'll give you another chance. How much did you spend on takeout last week?
Like $60.
And wrong. It was actually $340.
The app is telling you all this?
Yeah, it shows you all your upcoming expenses in one place, including subscriptions you forgot about. And if you see a subscription you no longer want, you can cancel that. It also helps you create a budget so you don't overspend, and it can even negotiate your bills for you.
That's great. Can I get out now?
I'm sure you're great.
Wiggling that up, right? Hey, yo! What the?
Low-key gotta pee, but you know what? I don't feel like it.
Torture Star Video!
Cubicle. Or, no, cube. I suck. Just going before he gets in here. Welcome to Deadly Night. This is a horror game developed by Cubite and published by Torture Star Video, which is the publishing label of the illustrious Puppet Combo. Hey. Name, Corey Kitchen. Man, what I miss you. I can't keep saying the same thing. Let's see these options. Screen, bada bing, boom. Visuals. Pow, green bright. Oh, ignore that. Sound. No sound options. What the freak you put in the game? New game. This game contains nudity scenes. You want to censor this type of content?
No.
I should, but I'm gonna just do it in the editor. The most. Hey. Susan.
Where are you going? Heading north. I'm gonna stay at home with my parents for a while, but right now I just want a place to spend the night and get some rest.
Okay.
Without luggage and at this hour.
Sucker, who are you? Tell her to mind her business. Tell her what happened.
My boyfriend and I just broke up.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Girl, what happened? I was in the car with him and he stopped picking up the phone. He took his wallet to go buy some stuff and I found inside the picture of him making
Whoa. Damn.
He texted me that he was in that chat with
Damn.
and he simply got in the car and left me lying here.
Bro.
What a bastard. You know, many have their brains between their legs. That's why I don't want any abuse. I just want them to have a good time. You know what I mean?
Whoa, Susan, what are you trying to say? Well, I'm getting Rise for Stranger vibes. Are you about to try and do something? Change the radio station?
We're about to arrive at the motel.
Okay.
In the morning, a bus should come by. It'll take you where you want to go.
Okay. So I'm obviously hitchhiking. Okay, before we leave, pull up to the scene, looking clean, look at me, got the bling on my neck. What you trying to do next? Everybody know I got checks. Check, 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 check.
Nice.
Make like four and buy nothing. Make like four and buy nothing, buy nothing. Oh, hell no, man. I think my mic was muted. So... Let's tell her to mind her own business this time.
Yeah, well, I don't mean to offend you, but...
Mind your damn mother business!
I was just trying to be nice.
Ain't nobody asked you to be nice, Susan.
A few miles from here, there's a motel. I'll drop you off there so you can spend the night.
Yeah. When you spend the night, I can ride on my bike. After that, I'm gonna fly on my kite. Let me jump back on the beat. Everybody know that the boy kinda neat. Girl breath smell like feet. Thanks! It got a leak in my tire.
I hope you're not the same asshole to everyone. Someone else would have pulled you out of the car.
Why you mad? I got something for you. Dang! Well, I guess we at the motel. Nice car, although it's a bit dirty. So you trying to roast a car when you don't even have a car, Carol? Okay. Sage! What's that over here? Do I have a flashlight? No, I don't have one. They seem to be pretty dirty around here. Drink vending machine. No one drinks, because you got no money. Resident Evil door opening transitions? Whoa. Okay, nice little motel. I dream about wild animals. So you're gonna come out after, okay, Mr. Shiny. Shiny like your head?
Good evening, young lady. What brings you here?
Bro, get back from the mic. Be nice, get to the point. How y'all feeling about Mr. Shiny? Let's play nice in the beginning. He hasn't done anything whack. He was a little late to the bell, but be nice.
I'm just passing through. Do you know what time the bus arrives?
I see.
Okay.
The bus usually arrives.
Constructed.
I can let you know an hour earlier, if you wish.
Okay. No, I got it. I'm gonna just put a reminder on my phone.
No need, thanks.
Are you coming with someone?
Hey, yo! What?
I'm alone, but I want a double room.
Uh-oh, wait.
Many people come here to have sex. Is it your case?
Tell him to mind his business.
What the do you care?
Oh!
I care. I'm sure you're great at wiggling that up, right?
Hey, yo! Hey, yo!
Bro, what are we talking? Wiggling that up, right?
Hey, yo! Hey, yo!
Bro, what are we talking about here?
It's giving sexual harassment?
Do you like sex from the front, back, or both?
I am disgusted.
Who is he talking to? Demand a room, leave. Bro, I'm gonna be honest, I'm leaving. This happens to me, there's no way I'm staying in a room where this guy has a key to it.
I will not stay here.
No way.
Fuck you!
Tell him, Mr. Shiny. Shiny like your forehead, head. This man was on something else. 1-star Yelp review. I'll walk. Shoot. Hope I don't get assassinated or murdered. Next service, 25 miles away. A bit far to walk. I'll take my chances. Think I'm about to stay there? Hey. My man's over there tweaking, talking about some. You look like you could wiggle that ass. What? Huh? What are we talking about here? Oh, there's an invisible barrier. It's not letting me. Let's see what happens if we run out of stamina. It makes you start walking. Once they get small, you have to walk. Okay. What's this music? Cool. Go ahead, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. He's stopping. He's following me. Go back, go back. What, you gonna hit the reverse? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You want smoke with me, huh? You think you got you an easy victim, huh? What you about to do, huh? Get off the car, actually. Put your freaking paws up. Yeah, I thought so. Schmuck. Oh, shoot. They still chasing me. They still chasing me. Go back to the motel. Go back to the motel. Go back to the motel. Bro, how far did I run? I'm this far away? Tell me the motel is close. Tell me the motel is close. Oh, shoot. Did I pass it? He didn't even They didn't even show my guy getting out of the car. Oh, that's me? Dang. We didn't even see all these other voice actors. They didn't even get a chance to get into the game. I got bodied before we started. Okay, alright. Wait, murderer's house? What? Wait, the game continues? How many paths are there? I did not know the game just continued. I kind of want to start over, like... Who is outside? Do y'all hear this weed whacker? Seems to work. The rope is coming loose. Come on, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We got it, we got it. I'm free. Paint pots. Well, we got a window. That's the first thing I would look at, trying to get out of the car, run back up. Flashlight. Quick. What did you want? Not looking good, folks. Not looking good for us. Guys, I'm starting the game over, but I just want to see... I want to see how far this goes. Like, that's not about to be how...
We have given you life so that you might save our
numeric padlock. All right.
good city from ruin. Earn your citizenship and join us. Journey forth to the shredder. Reinforce the great metal beam and save Trashlantis.
As you wish. That sounds dangerous. I don't want to do that. Command accepted. Crap.
Tony Bordel's capitalist empire controls the area around the shredder. You'll have to escort the constructor.
couldn't get away. I screamed, it didn't help. He cut me in like that.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I can't run!
I died again. Don't like this game. Yes, we are indeed starting the game over. A third time.
Ah, goody.
Okay. Get to the point.
I need a room to spend the night in.
Are you coming with someone?
Let's be rude.
Do you see anyone else around here?
Many people come here to have sex.
Mind your business.
What the do you care?
I care. I'm sure you're great at wiggling that ass, right?
Sacrificing low-tier champions to rank up is okay, right?